Have you ever been told that electric cars are a modern invention? What if I told you that a black inventor was already building electric vehicles back in the 1800s, long before the world was ready to understand their impact? In this video, I'm going to uncover the story of William H. Dungy, the black inventor who built one of the earliest electric cars, how his innovation pushed far beyond his time, and why his name was nearly erased from history. This is a story that challenges what we think we know about technology and who gets remembered for it. Before we jump in, if you enjoy uncovering lost history, overlooked inventors, and the real origins of world-changing ideas, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. Who was William H. Dungy? William H. Dungy was born in 1867 in Galion, Ohio, during a time when opportunities for black Americans were severely limited. Despite facing enormous obstacles, Dungy had an unstoppable curiosity about how things worked. From a young age, he was fascinated by machinery and electricity, spending countless hours tinkering with mechanical devices and studying electrical systems. He worked various jobs to support himself, but his real passion was inventing. While most people saw electricity as a mysterious force, Dungy saw it as the future of transportation. He believed that electric power could replace the dirty, noisy steam engines and the unpredictable horses that dominated the roads. What's remarkable is that Dungy had no formal engineering education. Everything he learned came from his own experiments, observations, and sheer determination. He was self-taught, driven by an insatiable desire to create something that would change the world. Building the electric car. In the early 1890s, Dungy started working on his electric car in a small workshop. This was no easy task. Electric vehicles were barely a concept at this time, and there were no instruction manuals or guides to follow. Dungy had to figure out everything from scratch. He designed and built his own electric motor, which was powerful enough to move a carriage but efficient enough to run on batteries. The batteries themselves were a huge challenge because battery technology in the 1890s was primitive compared to today. Dungy experimented with different battery configurations until he found one that worked. The car he created looked like a traditional horse-drawn carriage, but instead of a horse, it had an electric motor mounted underneath. The vehicle had 4 wheels, a simple steering mechanism, and could seat 2 people. What made it special was that it was completely silent and produced no smoke or fumes. By 1895, Dungy had completed his electric car and began driving it around Galion, Ohio. People were absolutely stunned. Imagine seeing a carriage moving down the street with no horse pulling it, making almost no sound. It seemed like magic to the people of that era. How the car worked? Dungy's electric car operated on principles that are still used in electric vehicles today. The heart of the system was the electric motor, which converted electrical energy from batteries into mechanical energy to turn the wheels. The batteries were rechargeable, which meant Dungy could use the car multiple times without replacing them. He would charge the batteries using electricity from his home or local power sources. The motor was connected to the rear axle through a simple transmission system that allowed the car to move forward and backward. Steering was done using a tiller, which was similar to how boats were steered at the time. The car had a top speed of around 10 to 15 miles per hour, which might not sound fast today, but in the 1890s, it was impressive. Most importantly, the car was reliable. Dungy drove it regularly, proving that electric vehicles were not just a novelty, but a practical form of transportation. His design showed that electric power could be harnessed effectively for personal vehicles, a concept that was revolutionary for the time. Challenges he faced. Dungy faced enormous challenges in his journey to create the electric car. First, there was the technical difficulty of building something that had never been built before. He had to solve problems related to battery life, motor efficiency, and vehicle stability, all without the resources that modern engineers have. Second, he faced financial barriers. Inventing required money for materials, tools, and experiments, and Dungy had limited funds. He often had to work other jobs to finance his projects. Third, and perhaps most significantly, Dungy faced racial discrimination. In the 1890s, segregation and racism were rampant in America. Many people refused to take a black inventor seriously, no matter how brilliant his work was. Dungy struggled to get recognition, funding, or support from established businesses and institutions. The legacy of Dungy's invention. While Dungy's name isn't as famous as Thomas Edison or Henry Ford, his contribution to automotive history is undeniable. He was among the very first people in America to build a working electric car, doing so at a time when most people couldn't even imagine such a thing. His work proved that electric vehicles were possible and practical. In many ways, Dungy was decades ahead of his time. The electric car industry wouldn't really take off until the 21st century, more than 100 years after Dungy built his vehicle. Today, as we see electric cars from Tesla, Rivian, and other companies dominating the roads, we're witnessing the fulfillment of the vision that pioneers like Dungy had. His story is also a reminder of how many brilliant black inventors and innovators have been overlooked throughout history. Dungy deserved recognition, patents, and financial success for his work, but systemic racism prevented him from achieving the fame he deserved. Still, his legacy lives on every time someone drives an electric vehicle. He was a trailblazer who showed the world what was possible. Why this story matters today. William Dungy's story is important for several reasons. First, it reminds us that innovation can come from anyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. Dungy had no formal training, no wealthy backers, and faced constant discrimination. Yet, he still managed to create something extraordinary. Second, his story highlights the contributions of black inventors to American history. Too often, history books focus only on a handful of well-known figures, while ignoring countless others who made significant contributions. Dungy is one of many black inventors whose work changed the world, but who never received proper credit. Third, his invention was environmentally ahead of its time. Electric cars produce no emissions, making them much cleaner than gas-powered vehicles. Dungy recognized this advantage in the 1890s, long before climate change became a global concern. Finally, his story is inspiring. It shows that with passion, determination, and creativity, you can overcome even the most difficult obstacles. Dungy's life is proof that one person with a vision can make a difference. When you step back and look at it, William H. Dungy's story isn't just about an electric car. It's about vision, brilliance, and how innovation can be ignored when the world isn't ready to accept it. His work proves that history often leaves out the people who were truly ahead of their time. I'd love to know, were you surprised to learn electric cars existed in the 1800s? Share your thoughts in the comments. Conversations like these help bring forgotten pioneers back into the spotlight. If this video helped shine light on an inventor who deserves far more recognition, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves hidden history and groundbreaking innovation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.